Hello everybody, I am here with Eddie Andert. He is a creator of our great city. Where were you born and educated?
I was born in California and I grew up in Prescott, Arizona, where I went, or actually Chino Valley, Arizona, and I went to school up through high school there, and then I eventually went to ASU for my bachelor's and then my master's.
What key life experiences or jobs have formed who you are today?
My dad he worked on computers, and so that kind of made me like computers and eventually caused me to decide I wanted to go to school for computer engineering. And then eventually when I was in school, I discovered that autonomous vehicles were something that was starting to happen in society, and I decided that I really wanted to work on those. So I kind of started doing research into that, and eventually that landed me into the autonomous vehicle field of computer engineering.
Really cool. How did you become passionate and involved in our city?
Well, I guess it was really because the city is so well designed, like traffic-wise, that it ended up being kind of a hotspot for autonomous vehicles. And so then I ended up working on autonomous vehicles. He actually based in Chandler, but in the broader Phoenix area is where we tested. Because of how well built the roads are around here, they're nice and well painted. They're
perfect grid.
Yeah, they're perfect grid. They're designed like there's not too much traffic, and there's not a lot of like unexpected things that can happen. So it's a really good place to do your initial testing of autonomous vehicles.
Awesome. Why is our city a great city?
Well, I like this city and all the surrounding suburbs because I like how it's a big city, but it doesn't feel like one. Even though it's like the 5th largest city in the U.S., you can still live in a house and like not be so crammed next to your neighbors that you have to smell what they're cooking, I guess. But and also like there's not too bad of traffic, and I like how it's kind of an open feel to it, and you can like see the mountains when you look out the window. So I like that feel, and also it's really not too cold, which is nice.
What causes, projects, and activities are you involved in, and why?
So I'm involved in building autonomous vehicles, building and programming them, because I feel that humans are not very good drivers, and that we cause a lot of issues when we do drive. So for instance, crashes, traffic, and many other things. And
how do you collaborate with other groups and individuals to realize your impactful work?
So this is pretty interesting, actually. We have to basically work with a lot of the cities themselves, the city planners, especially the people that work on the roadway. So like intersections. So for instance, I work with the Department of Transportation to kind of come to this goal. So all those organizations kind of get together and decide how autonomous vehicles are going to work within the city. So that includes like when there's emergency vehicles and stuff, how do you detect them? What do? What should we do in the future if cars become autonomous, right? How do you deal with pedestrians?
What other creators who are focused on similar causes, projects, and activities have influenced you?
There was a challenge. There was a challenge back in 2007 and then 2009. It was called the DARPA challenge, and there was like 20 universities or so, I can't remember the exact number, competed in the DARPA challenge. And the first one was to drive autonomously off-road for like 200 miles or 150 miles. And then the second version of it was to drive autonomously within a city environment, and that one happened in 2009. Anyways, all those guys all those people involved in that kind of influenced me.
All right, last question. What would you recommend I do to become a future creator of our great city?
Well, I guess you just have to find what you're passionate about. So for me, it was deciding that I wanted to make people safe while they're driving to and from work, right? But maybe if your passion is in that area, it's not too hard. And if it's not, then I guess you have to find a passion that lies in that area, right?
Yeah, that's true.